What's going on, guys? Gabe here with ReviewDork, and today we're going to talk about AMC. It is the day after we won the battle of 1001, and the war is set to begin in May. But I want to cover a couple of things and basically satiate maybe what's happening in your mind, right? Like you're seeking that confirmation bias, and I will make sure that I'm not going to feed you guys any shit. By the way, I'm not wearing a hat today. Applejack's isn't here. Yeah. The studio is actually back there. Shout outs to Applejack for manning the battle station back there, monitoring audio and the video switching. And I do apologize for the lower end production quality in this video. I'm doing it manually. When we look at Vortex Data, we can see a couple of things here. We can see, nothing's really changed through the week. I expect an update. We do see a little bit of a change in short interest, but what are these lines here? Well, I want to point something out for you guys in case you do have some naysayers saying, well, the squeeze already happened. It's never going to squeeze. No. When we look at the short interest leading up to when AMC closed, at a high of 2036, we could see that the reported short interest was only 44.6 million and 58.6 million shares on loan, with a days to cover on 3 months of 1.97 and on a 2-week of 0.99. Now, what I think happened here is this is possibly a gamma squeeze or just pure volume, right? So everyone got excited about GameStop and then jumped in on AMC. 1.2 billion. That was the volume on this day when we reached a high of 2036. But what's happening now is we're seeing that there's a higher short interest at 93.8. We have many more shares at loan, so sitting at 149.8, right? And so this data here, as we're looking at from April 30th, moving on forward, this is squeeze data. This is something that anybody who's looking to target a squeeze would jump right in and say, yes, this is squeezing. The squeeze is inevitable. On Friday, we saw that we were barcoding, right? And that was testing everyone's patience. Like, why are we barcoding? Look at this manipulation. Let's get the SEC involved. No, you don't want to get the SEC involved because, well, who do you think the SEC is going to favor? Just us apes or the institutions that they have relationships with, the institutions that are going to sit in the board meetings with them and say, all right, look at, let's give them a slightly favorable situation, but please do not wipe us out. For them to hold is costing them money, right? About 131 million a day currently, or last I saw, and it costs us nothing to hold. No, but guys, you're really not looking at something else, a very, very important catalyst. Now, if I have monies with Melvin or Citadel and I see that they're just burning through cash, just trying to cover on this squeeze, I'm going to want to pull my money. Give me my money. What the hell are you doing? You're using my money to play these games with these apes, right? And so now we have a liquidity issue with the funds, right? Where they don't even have the money to cover because their clients are pulling the money. In fact, I think I saw something on Melvin Capital. You guys, let me know in the comments. Give me some accurate data on Melvin Capital. How much money did they lose? They lost a lot of money, and it just wasn't on stocks. It was their clients pulling out. So you got to consider that. Also, for you guys who are still on Robinhood, do not mess this up for us. Transfer to Webull. You'll get 2 free stocks for doing so. And I'll include a link down in the description, but you Robinhooders are literally just giving the game away. And what do I mean by that? Well, we know that Citadel and Melvin look at the data, right? And any trader will tell you, do not trade against the trend. And as they see the 15 million or so Robinhooders buying certain stocks at a certain trend, you're sort of kind of giving them the cheat sheet to either short or ride along with you guys. So why do you want to do that? I mean, these guys, you want to call them the enemy? Sure, let's call them the enemy, right? But there's no reason why you should be sleeping with the enemy. The client assets of 2 of the largest brokerages, and this is going to be Fidelity and Charles Schwab, add up to $15.5 trillion. $15.5 trillion. So now that brings me to another point. Why the hell are they calling us the little guy when collectively at $15.5 trillion, we can wipe out these hedgies. And I think that these hedgies understand this. This really is the Occupy Wall Street of 2021. I'm not sure how this video may or may not be helping you, but what I'm trying to do is provide that conviction for you moving forward, because, I do get a lot of people who say like, hey, Gabe, is the squeeze going to happen? Are you sure the squeeze is going to happen? Well, the data says so. What you're fighting with is your own patience. What you're fighting with is the hedge funds just manipulating the stocks, right? The stock price. You're seeing the barcode action and you're freaking out like, when is this going to end? Now, I want to talk about patience, and I actually did some research on some things that you could do to, I guess, manage your patience, right? And so one of the exercises is when you're in a situation, you have to ask yourself, do I have control over the situation? Now, you don't have control over what the hedgies do. So all you can do is buy more shares. And you have to also ask yourself, number two, is the feeling of impatience helping or exacerbating the impact of the situation? So if you're growing impatient, is it helping the situation? So by you growing impatient, are you moving this further along? Are you moving this squeeze further along? How's it impacting it? In fact, by you feeling impatient, it might cause you to miss out on life-changing tendies, the day where your life changes forever, right? And I want to share something with you guys. I jumped into Dogecoin at about the same time that AMC and GameStop had its meteoric rise, and I made quite a bit of money. And I got out. Did I have the patience to ride it all the way up to 52 cents? No, I didn't care, right? I just didn't care. It's like I was in, I was out, I'm done, right? Do I regret that? No, I do not whatsoever. When we look at a stock, most recently in the past month, I bought into a stock called Eyes, and I believed in the tech. I believed in, just the possibilities moving forward. And I dumped about 30,000 in it, and I lost more than half of that position in in a couple of days. Did I have patience? No. And I got out of it. I took my losses. I recouped my money elsewhere. Does it have potential? Absolutely. Will I miss that ride up? Possibly, right? Do I regret it? No, absolutely not. But when we talk about AMC, this is as sure-footed as anything you're ever going to see in your life. So if I was not part of this movement, I would absolutely regret it, because the data is there. The last bullet point is, what emotion or mood would be more helpful instead of impatience? What emotion or mood would be more helpful than patience? I mean, you know, getting one rubbed out, just call your boo over and say, hey, let's have a happy ending. Going back to patience, it's all in the mind, and you always have to look at the silver lining. And the silver lining is, when this day comes and you are holding, you will have changed your life and your family's life considerably moving forward. And so it's May. Let's rock and roll. Let's make some money, but keep the faith alive and buy more. This is Gabe. I'm signing out. Peace.